also vomiting. And the cardiologist did the consultation, left town. I was stuck with the patient who was having EKG changes with nothing to do with gastroenterology, and he was having an acute myocardial infarction. St. Agnes, 2-year Delta did only diagnostic CATs. I called my brother in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin. He was the director of cardiology. I said, this is crazy. I'm in Tulare, California, and people are dying. Because I knew in New York, where I'm trained, and Wisconsin, that artery could be opened and man can be saved. So in the United States of America, we were practicing medicine which is worse than in the third world. I got shocked. I said, this is not a hospital. You can't be on call here. And my brother told me on the phone, Pramod, you got to go tell the family, this man is going to die. That's it. And he died. I took upon myself, I said to myself, never again, Kumar, when you're on call, people are going to die in Tulare, California. This is not a hospital. This is the dungeon of death. I took upon myself to say, how can we improve? I find out there's a board. That you have to get on the board to make the change. That was a shocker for me because I was CEO around the hospital, so I had a lot of learning. Anyways, I got on the board. All I have done is try to build a hospital so we can practice medicine. You see, people have a right to their opinion, but nobody in America has a right to their own facts. That's the problem when people make their comments here. Now let me clarify a lot of things quickly here. I was the Doctor of the Year by the United States military, by Pentagon. I'm an honorable man. I have a very honorable family. I have tried to help everyone in my life. So did my family. It's a racket. I think it's unparalleled. Now when people like Deanne Martin Suarez stands up, they ask for resignation, you know,
Madam Chair, he is out of order. He cannot criticize a citizen comment.
Right. I'm not criticizing anybody.
You're singling her out. You're singling her out. You cannot do that.
Let me take my comments back. When people stand up and make comments about questioning, let me tell you about first of all the contract. The copy of the SES contract we have given to Mark Watty, our chair, and Bill Posovit. And the people go and meet for coffee. They can have this contract was on the website for a year. Nobody ever bothered. Now let me tell you where we have been. This hospital was losing $1.2 million every month. The lawyers told that we have to talk to bankruptcy lawyers because this is gone. So we had all these proposals. There was no good proposal on the table. You look at the financial statements, we have made a great turnaround. We are not talking about the turnaround that people think that we made, but the national level, we have been invited for the second year in a row to go to Chicago and present our minutes of the turnaround at TRMC, which is the talk of the nation. Because there has never been in the history of the United States where a public entity and the private partnership has worked that well. Through the contract with the SCCA, we have put in $14 million in the bank in cash. We were down to 25 days, which is bankruptcy in a district hospital. We are up to 76 days. We have a construction and litigation. We were spending $750,000 in soft cost. When the SCCA came in, that cost went to almost nothing. You have all witnessed the shrink wrap around the building. We could not take the shrink wrap, even if you wanted to. We requested, Madam Bell, the board, met with the construction company, too much money, too much this, too much that. We end up in the litigation. They saw the power of the SCCA. The Harris Construction decided to settle with us, and we made pretty good on that. I will never deny that Sean Baluki was back. The only reason he came back is to finish the tower because he had all the knowledge. Harris Construction told us that if you bring back Sean Baluki, and Madam Bell had to make the decision with the board that the construction can go forward. He had all the knowledge. Now let me hold for a second. You think the board wanted to bring back Sean Baluki? The fault is not of this board. We had 4 candidates, very good candidates. to choose from. They had great construction experience. At that time, the board constituted of Dr. Lonnie Smith, Dr. Cambridge, myself, Richard, and McFadridge. They picked the most person who had the least experience, who has zero construction, never been a CEO. If we had picked up the right CEO at that time, and the vote was 3-2, there will be no return on Sean Beluki, no return. So rather than standing up and saying, why, I just want to explain to you what happened. The person which was hired had no knowledge of construction. That's why Sean Beluki had to come back. Now regarding my personal matter at Inyo Hospital, I was given the people of Tulare and the board recommended me to be trustee of the year. They sent all this resume, the body of my work that I had done in Tulare, California. So when all the paper went to the ACHD, which is the Association of the District Hospitals of California, they looked at the body of the work, the fundraising I have done, the commitment to the poor people on the west side, 25 liver transplants, 250 people on the transplant list. They said, this man does not deserve to be the trustee of the year. His body of work is too much by one single man. So created a new award. 7 years ago, I got a community service award by the ACHD. In my speech over there, I said to myself and the people at large and the board of the ACHD that whenever, wherever Dr. Kumar is called to steady a dying district hospital or open a district hospital, I will do so. The Inyo hospital closed down. The board approached me. My name was given there. I am only there to open the hospital for the poor people of the Inyo. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. Now, my family and myself, by the previous board members, I want to share something with you. They are so full of venom against me and my family. They reported me, the previous board. Many people in this audience sat on that board, some of them. Reported me to a district attorney. All kinds of stuff leveled against me. I went through a brewing investigation with Bob Dodd, my attorney from Hanford, California. The district attorney was embarrassed that I was there. They knew that I was set up. Now, regarding the medical staff of California, of our hospital, I want to lay the facts. I heard that people don't want to come here. Those doctors never came here. In the CMS report, which you have a copy, they have clearly mentioned that you change your ways of dealing with the medical staff, otherwise we're going to shut down your hospital. It's a fact. Okay? And we have presented that case to the Judge Mathias in Superior Court. The point I'm going to tell you is this. When I drive to California and go on Mooney Boulevard, I get sick to my stomach. And I tell you why I get sick to my stomach. The town of Visalia is growing. The hospital is doing well. Plenty of growth. And I have been to their board meetings, and I have been approached by those hospitals to work there. My brother has been at one point chief of cardiology there, and he's the pioneer who opened that cardiac program. And all I have to say is, I am very proud of what my family has done for this town. Sitting on that board, I have made the decisions. And the only decision I could have made, the other board members can speak myself, SCCA was the best partner. And that partnership has put in $14 million in the bank, $8 million in assets, $22 million, positive balance, and saved the hospital from the disaster, bankruptcy, and closure. We will have the same fate. We will have a building sitting not completed and $85 million in bond that we owe. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the facts. So you can have your opinion, and I respect every opinion, but the facts are different. Thank you, Madam Chair.